Thank you. I appreciate that. This is exciting. You guys are nice. I did a show recently. There was a guy in the front row. I thought he looked like me. I was like, hey, man, you look like me. And then he went, oof. I was like, well, I didn't mean to hurt our feelings. It was a bummer, but I did realize that's probably the best way to get a sense of what you look like. Tell somebody else they look like you, and then see how they immediately respond. You walk up to a stranger, you look like me. They're like, screw you. I'm like, damn it, I knew it. I'm very self-conscious about my looks. I got body shamed when I was younger. That's a new term, body shaming. When I was young, we called it telling a person what they look like to their face. That was... Thank you. Yeah, give it up for the 90s. It was great. I got made fun of having a big forehead. This girl came up to me, she said, you have a 5 head. At the time, I had never heard that term. I was like, what's a 5 head? And she was like a 4 head, but bigger, a 5 head. It sucks when you get made fun of, and then the person explains how they made fun of you, and it's pretty good. You're like, that's not bad, actually. That's clever. It also sucks, because if you get made fun of for being fat, that's horrible, but at least you can be like, you know what, I'm going to diet and exercise, and I'll show you. But if you get made fun of having a big forehead, there's really no action for you to take. You can't be like, I'll have the Caesar salad. I'm watching my forehead right now. I was pretty smart. I just tried to keep my eyebrows raised all of the time. I just looked surprised all through middle school. I'm like, that's unbelievable. I'm very body conscious now. I go to the gym a lot. It's hard to tell I'm wearing long sleeves, but I am pretty ripped under here. My gym's all bodybuilders. I don't like the term bodybuilder. I feel like it's too exclusive. Technically, we're all bodybuilders, just some of us are building crappier bodies than other people. I like to lift weights. My favorite part of lifting weights is that break in between sets where you kind of check your phone and go home for a couple of weeks. That's my... Thank you. I'm taking a breather right now, but I was at the gym the other day. I saw a guy lifting weights in a way I've never seen before. Have you ever seen it? He had a thing wrapped around his head, and then there was a cord attached to weights, and he was lifting the weights, and he was screaming. He was like, ah! Ah! I was like, I think we have different fitness goals. I was on the elliptical. I'm like, that guy's a danger to society. What? I think if you get to the neck portion of your workout, you can go ahead and clock out and head home and hug your dad for the first time. Thank you. Also, he was yelling. I don't really care for the guys that yell at the gym. You see them like, "Bruh! I'm like, I feel like you need fiber more than you need a workout. You don't need to yell at the gym. They're always over by the free weights. That's where you see the yellers, by the free. You never really see a guy on the exercise bike reading People magazine, like, ah! Ah! I don't yell. The loudest noise I've ever made at the gym is, whoo, you know? Like... One time I yelled, but it was for help, so I feel like it was a little more understandable. It's a true story. I dropped some weight on my I didn't see the 1 in front of the 30, so I kind of dropped the weight. Luckily, the neck guy, he was nearby. He came over, he scooped it right up. He just shot it off. I'm like, oh, thank you. I work out in hotels a lot. I stay in a lot of hotels. I was at a hotel recently. I had an awkward moment. There was a hot tub, and I was sitting in the hot tub, and I wasn't wearing my glasses because I'd just been swimming. You can't swim with glasses on. You look like a psychopath. So I was sitting in the hot tub, no glasses, and then these 2 beautiful women, they came and got into the hot tub with me, and without thinking, I got out of the hot tub, put my glasses on, and then came back into the hot tub. That's really one of the creepiest things you can do within the law, because there's no reason to go get your glasses at that moment, other than to look at these women, obviously. I tried to pretend I was reading the rules. Like, I want to see if we could horseplay. I thought it might be fun. We all horseplayed. And then my glasses started to fog up, which is even creepier when you're like, icker, icker, icker. You guys are great. Thank you very much. I didn't show up. That's what I'm talking about there. That's how to do it, pal. Yeah, thank you, man. Joe List, everybody.
You can follow Joe on Twitter at Joe List Comedy.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.